Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Ugh! Hi. I have a presentation for you. Do you know the song? Zhang Yuan? I don't know. I'm not sure. Possibly. Someone asked me for something last time and I forgot. Oh, it's this. Okay, yes. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much for the sub for 6 months. I might know that song, but I'm not sure if I do. Thank you so much for the sub. Muted, you suck. Don't lie to me like this, Bone. Hi, Levy Bevy Wevy, probably smaller than a berry. That's just rude. That is just rude. I can't believe it. Okay, trying to, like... I don't know why this thing doesn't want to work. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. I don't know. I'm trying to import something into StreamerBot and it, like, will not work. Open with, or I don't know, like, okay, cool. It worked. I got it. I got it to work. Thank God. All right, I can go back up. YouTube chatters, it is not normal, but we listen and wait, what? We hear, listen, and very much judge. Don't judge me. I have an academic argument, okay? It's okay because you can do no wrong. That is correct. Thank you. That is correct. Can you see my hard eyes? That is correct. Thank you. Pay attention to the road, you gremlins. Yeah, if you're driving, please don't write here. What is happening? Worm in the chat? Bomb it? You mean my son? My son's spectral anomaly? Blows up worm boy with mind? That's just rude, my goodness. Why are we blowing up my son? Thank you for the check-ins, my guys. Bum 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 bum. Let's see. Ba 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 ba. Dum da dum dum ba dum ba dum ba ba dum. Wait, I'm trying to find something. Where did it go? Where did it go? Because I want to track how many firsts you guys have, but I don't know if I can do it. Lab, I still couldn't do the labs. The Xanax my doctor gave me for it did nothing. Oh my gosh, that sucks. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. Hey guys, I had this weird dream that 3 apples sort of speak to me via the internet. Oh, hi, left. You guys suck. You guys are so mean to me and for no fucking reason. Like, seriously. You guys are annoying me because you guys keep saying things that don't make sense and saying that I am 3 apples tall when I'm literally not. I'm literally not. I just, oh my God. You guys are annoying. I don't like it. Stop calling me short. I'm tall. Okay. Anyways. Cereal with water? That's just a crime depending on the cereal. It's not a crime. It's normal. You guys are just being weird. You guys are just being purposefully, you guys are just purposefully misunderstanding what I'm trying to say. Send a stream enabled. Okay, sorry, I'm like setting some tracking stuff up. Ah, you're 2.45 apples tall. Oh my God. Have Lev say what you want. I can't. I am shorter than 3 apples. I'm negative 55 apples tall. In absolute value, I'm 55 apples tall. That's how that works. It's okay, Granny Lev. We still like... Okay. Alright, well, anyways. The merch thing came up, so here's the merch thing. There you go. Merch! It should have sent in both. It should have sent in both? I don't know if it actually did. Did it? I think it did. No, it did not. Okay, well. Where is it? Where is it? My merch thing. YouTube message. Yeah. It should say it on YouTube too. Flashed with 2 seconds of promotion. Amazing. Yeah, I know. I was like, I have to do promo. Otherwise, it's like kind of like I feel like I'm not respecting the hard work that artists did and stuff like that. But then also I'm like, two seconds. Nah, just me. The void is cold here. Huh. Interesting. Not connected. Oh. It's because my YouTube account isn't connected. That's why. There we go. Auto connect. Yes. Okay, perfect. Let's try one more time. Let's try one more time. Sorry, guys, you're gonna get flashbanged again. Isn't that so cool? There it is. There it is. There it goes. Beautiful. Wonderful. Amazing. Da da ba da. Okay. I am not shorter than 3 apples. I take it back. You guys are so mean to me. Hit me, baby, one more time. That's so sick. Oh, you like it? You like it? Mods can do it. So should be like 10 seconds, Stinky. Ugh. I mean, I feel like that's just too long, though. That's so long. I feel like at 10 seconds, you're engaging in psychological warfare. Right? I feel like if you're doing a 10-second long ad, it is like on screen and you can't ignore it. I'm just like, ugh. If it's gonna be 10 seconds, I feel like it should be like more visually interesting. These poor artists. Okay. I'll do 5 seconds. I will. Yeah, I will compromise and do 5 seconds. I'll do a I'll make it random. Oh my god. Oh, that's funny. I'll make it random. 2 to 5 seconds. Wait, that's actually really funny. Do you want it to be a random? Do you want it to be random? That's actually really funny. Leave it all stream and also put a Subway Surfers video in the corner. Oh my god. Okay, now it's 5 seconds. I'm sorry. Once again, you guys are gonna have to deal with this. There. See, now I'm like stuck. But look, you can see there's a sticker, a desk mat, socks, a bag. Is that better? Is 5 seconds better? 2 to 7, let fate decide. What's happening again? Random, always better. How long the ads go up for merch? Like the merch ads go up for? Okay, fine. I'll make it random. It is now going to be a random amount of time. $2,000 milliseconds. Also, I love that it's in milliseconds. Like, I could make it 1 millisecond if I wanted. Okay, there we go. 6 or 7 seconds. Fuck. No. Do not. Wait, what is partially connected? Oh no! What happened? Why is Twitch not connected? Okay, no, it is connected. Okay. Guys, this is very upsetting to me. Having this sort of live thing that's like, it's disconnected, it's connected, it's disconnected, it's connected, it's disconnected, it's connected. Okay, my goodness. All right, I feel like it should be day. I feel like daytime makes more sense. And let's make myself more bright. There we go. Yummy scuff. Okay, there's no scuff, guys. There's no scuff. Everything is fine. Okay? Okay. I got dragged to the side. I just changed it! Okay, I guess we want it to be rainy. That's fine. Okay, I am here. We are now... hold on. Zen. Okay, and I want it to be this. Perfect. Beautiful. Wonderful. It's a sad day when Lev brings cereal with water. It's not sad. I have a presentation. Okay, guys, to be clear, This is a presentation from a long time ago. I made this like a year ago, okay? I made this presentation a year ago, but I have a presentation. I'm going to do this blind. I don't remember. I don't remember what the presentation says. Is this going to be is this going to be the entire stream? My response to that is this, the tiniest violin sound. Maybe it'll be the entire stream. I don't know. You know, it'll be faster if you guys agree with me. That's what I'll say. The stream will go faster if you agree with me. So maybe you should just agree with me. Yes? No? One day, Lev will realize a PowerPoint doesn't make it right. That's just not true. That's just straight up not true. Okay, I'm going to resize this window real quick. Okay. The problem, I don't know what the problem is. Why would we want the stream to go faster though? No. I have 2 hours of time. We've already used half an hour shooting the shit. I have 2 hours. No. The end time is the end time. The end time is the end time because I have things to do. I am a hard-working, full-time single mom that works 2 jobs like that. Except I'm not a single mom. I'm married and I'm not a mom. I am a mother. But the length of the stream is the length of the stream, okay? So if you agree with me, we'll get through this faster, and then that means that I can do whatever you guys want me to do. I'll take requests. I'll be in a good mood. I'll be in a great mood, and then you guys can ask me to do things, and I might even say yes. You see? A married, hardworking apple. Doesn't roll off the tongue as much, but yes, correct. Oh, guys, feel free to like add in chat if there's anything that you guys want me to add as a command or as a fun channel point reward, you know? Works 2 jobs as a doctor and an anime girl on the internet. I mean, this is barely a job. This is not a job. This is my hobby. I don't make money doing this. Like, barely make money. I make 2 figures. Married, hardworking adult also makes presentation about cereal with water. I made this a year ago, okay? It was a one-time investment for many hours of fun. Anyways. Okay. It's okay to have cereal with water. I have an impassioned plea. This might be a little bit more emphatic than I meant at the time, but here it is. The problem, people keep acting like having cereal with water is a horrible idea. I don't think it's that weird. Like, people keep saying, whenever I say that when I was in college, I had cereal with cold water when I didn't have milk, people look at me like I killed their dog. And I'm just like, why are you looking at me like I am the Russian boy in John Wick, that I killed John Wick's dog? Why are you looking at me like that? With this disappointment, this like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Like, why? It's not that bad, okay? I feel like the concern and the hand-wringing is a little bit overwrought. Don't get me started on pineapples on pizza. I think that's fine. Okay? Because you are? I'm not. Okay. Maybe if you don't spend 600% of the money on models. I haven't spent money on models in a while, okay? Octobutter, thank you for the first time chat. Oh my god, is that Psyduck? Oh, I love Psyduck. Psyduck is my favorite Pokemon because he's psychic and I'm a psychiatrist. These two things are not exactly related, but they both have the word psych in them. And he gets headaches and I also get headaches. I have chronic migraines. They suck. Okay, I don't think it's that weird to have water, okay? Caveat. This argument is only for people who actually like cereal. If you don't like cereal, this is... If you don't like cereal in the first place, this is not going to convince you, okay? This is for people who like cereal. I like cereal. Do you like cereal? My dream is like If I could have a dream pantry, I would love a pantry that has like a rolling, like Rolodex of cereal. You know, like this is my guilty pleasure, is like shitty dessert-filled sugary American cereal. Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Frosted Flakes, the cookie one, Cookie Crisps, Honey Nut Cheerios, Strawberry Cheerios are pretty good, although they put protein in them for some fucking reason. I don't know why they put protein in my Cheerios. What else? I think those are the big ones that I really, really like, but I like all cereal. I just don't like Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms are weird. I don't like Lucky Charms. And I don't like the cardboard, unflavored, unglazed, like Cheerios. Anyways, this is for cereal enjoyers only. Unless you also want to have a library selection of Cheerios in your house, you are not a true cereal enjoyer, and your opinion does not matter to me. Okay? So, this was not always the case. I did not always do this. I used to fill a bowl with milk and then microwave it until it was hot and then pour cereal on top. I don't do that anymore because I've been told that you have to put in the milk second, and with much experimentation, I think it might be true. I think it might be the better way. So this is what I do. You have a bowl of cereal, and then you add a little bit of lubrication liquid, a little bit of hydration liquid, right? Cereal first, then liquid maximizes the like ratio of dry to wet. Yes? It lets you control the ratio of dry to wet more effectively, right? Which is important. So cereal first, then a little bit of liquid, okay? If your breakfast is an entire bowl of milk with like little fishies of cereal on the top, like a garnish, that's not relevant to you. I am calling the police. I only did that when I was 7 and I didn't know better, okay? You know better now. I'm telling you, stop doing it. Okay? You're gonna get soggy cereal, and then you're gonna have a lot of milk with no flavor. And the cereal milk is the best part, okay? Okay, get your cereal, then add oil. No! No! It has to be hydration liquid. Okay, anyways. Pros of water. Water is cheap. Water is cheap. Pennies on the dollar, as they might say, you know? Like, I'm not talking like distilled water that you buy in jugs. We're not doing that. Water from the tap. That's cold. Milk goes before cereal, by the way. Hello? Police? I need help. I'm being attacked. Mentally. You said lubrication. That can mean a lot of different things. It doesn't have to mean oil. I meant like hydrating something. I eat the cereal and drink the milk separately. Like, do you eat cereal and then drink milk between eating cereal? I guess that could be. I mean, you could do the cereal before milk, not in a bowl, but in your mouth. That I could accept. Like, if you like shove a handful of dry cereal into your mouth and then have a sip of milk, that's also okay. And I would argue you can do that with water. This is a stream of all time. I'm glad I'm giving you a great impression. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to watch this. I promise I'm an academic. Okay, so if you put the milk before the cereal, you can better control how much milk goes into the bowl and makes the ratios better? No, you can better control how much milk goes into the bowl when you put the cereal in first. When you put the cereal in first, because there's all these air gaps between the cereal that are created. Milk has no air gaps. I disagree with that entirely. I disagree. There are some places in the country that don't have access to good enough water from the tap. Okay, well, just water, clean water. This take is giving tenure. Hi, I'm Dr. Lev Velocore. I have tenure on the Twitch, YouTube streaming cereal takes. Putting milk first acts like a barrier for the cereal, so you gotta push the cereal into the bowl, and that messes up the ratio. Exactly, you end up with like a barge of cereal, like the Pacific garbage patch of cereal in your bowl, okay? Because the top parts, they don't go down, they just form a little like floaty raft, and then the rest of the cereal goes on top of it, and it doesn't get like hydrated. It needs to be slightly hydrated, okay? We love cereal, we judge what liquid to use. Well, at the end of this, I will be proven correct. Okay, pros of water. Water is cheap. Even if you're not using tap water, water is cheaper than milk. 2, it's easily available, okay? Water is easily available. Sometimes you don't have milk. Do serving size mean nothing to y'all? Serving sizes mean nothing. Serving sizes are a, oh my god, don't get me into this. Serving sizes are a conspiracy, okay? Serving sizes don't mean anything. They just come up with a serving size that gives them attractive numbers to put on their nutrition facts. The serving size can be any size they want. They're just like, oh, and they often make it like super, like really strange numbers too. They're like, the serving size is 2 ounces. How many servings is in this entire container? 13.5. 1 serving is 2 ounces, which is 115 calories. There are 13.5 servings in this thing. And I'm just like, what? And then they give you an extra, like with milk, with skim milk. I'm just like, this is impossible. You're expecting me to do this kind of math in my head while I'm trying to eat breakfast, and I haven't, because I'm trying to eat breakfast, I haven't had breakfast yet, because that's how that works. And I haven't had coffee. I haven't finished my coffee. I'm like uncaffeinated, unmedicated, starving, just woke up, and you're expecting me to do math? To calculate nutrition facts? No. Sorry. I'm previewing another part of the argument, okay? You don't have to remember to put water on your grocery list. You need water to live. You're gonna have water, okay? You need water to live. Water is cheap. Water is easy to find. You're going to have water because you need water to live. This is not controversial. You know, you also, water doesn't expire. I know water bottles expire, but like they don't really like expire in the same way that milk expires, right? It doesn't, you don't have to worry about it expiring. You don't have to worry about checking the expiration date of your water, usually. You don't have to worry that, oh my god, I forgot to check the expiration date because I was pretty sure that this was good, but then I actually has curdled and now I'm going to throw up, you know? This has happened to me where, maybe this is a cell phone. I don't care. I'm proving my point. Has happened to me where I was very, very sure. I was like, I remember that I just got milk, okay? I just got milk, and I tried to drink the milk. It hasn't gone past the expiration date, but for some reason it went bad. And I poured it into my bowl of cereal, and it was my last bit of cereal that I had, and I was looking forward to it, and I poured milk into it, and the milk had gone bad. And so I wasted a whole bowl of cereal. It was my last bowl of cereal, and I wasted it because the milk had gone bad. You don't have to worry about that with water. Water isn't gonna ruin your whole thing because it's invisibly gone sour, okay? Also, water's naturally lactose free. I don't know about you. Humans are not made, generally speaking, the majority of humans are not designed to metabolize lactose, okay? Humans are not designed to metabolize lactose, generally speaking, in my opinion. I don't actually know what the numbers are. I just feel like everyone's lactose intolerant these days, including me, okay? In which case, you have to do the whole rigmarole. Why not just eat it dry? I am not addressing that. That is self-evident. That is self-evident. Dry cereal is an affront to God. And me. This is asceticism. If your bloodline is weak, sure, that's racism. Hello? Hello, everybody? This user is a racist. They're calling my bloodline weak. because I can't metabolize lactose. I cannot believe this is happening in my chat in the year 2026. My roommate threw up after having water in her cereal once, so I avoid it. I feel like that was probably unrelated. Thank you for your first time chat. I refuse to accept this as evidence. This is what we this is what we in the industry, this is what we in academia call anecdata. I'm sorry. This is a this is a impeccably researched and logicked out argument. Okay? I'm not taking anecdata from the masses as appropriate arguments, okay? Good evidence, it could mean it's gross. One person's experience does not invalidate an academic theory. I say this as if I'm not also bullshitting. It's fine. I mean, it also depends on the type of cereal. This is true. Anyways, water. Mind blown. Magically, water is naturally lactose free. I don't have to fucking worry about taking lactase or making sure I've bought something that says lactose free on the front. And since more and more things are lactose free, they don't emphasize it as much. So sometimes I think something is lactose free, but it's not. Anecdotal, yes, okay. I know that the word is anecdote and is anecdotal. Anecdata is a portmanteau of anecdote and data, as in anecdotes are not data, but sometimes people act as though anecdotes are data, hence anecdata. In this stream, the only true things are the things Lev agrees with. Thank you. Finally, somebody understands the premise here. You guys are in my world. Speaking of, I'm changing the background back to day. I don't care. Stop making it nighttime. OMG Lev, assalamu alaikum. I'm not being... Oh. Just enjoy your cereal with milk and blow up a bathroom after? Why would I do that to myself and to the people I live with? Assalamu alaikum, Eid Mubarak, beautiful. Thank you, Eid Mubarak. Stop changing the background. Oh my god. Lev, thoughts on eating dry cereal and then drinking water and just not combining them? That's fine. I said that that's fine. Your bowl can be your mouth. Your mouth can be your bowl. You can put the dry cereal in your mouth like you would put dry cereal in a bowl and then add a little bit of water to your mouth like you would add a little bit of water to your bowl. That's... Your mouth is also bowl shaped. It just has a pipe at the bottom. I guess it's more sink shaped. Topographically, your mouth is more like a sink than a bowl. Yes? Unrelated. Moving on. Milk. Okay. Do you know how I know this? From reading Glee fan fiction when I was in school. I don't actually remember how old I was. But anyways, because I used to read Glee fan fiction, it doesn't really matter what I was reading, but because I used to read Glee fan fiction, and therefore it was also like in the orbit of people who also knew a bunch of random anecdotal stuff about singing, apparently milk and other dairy products, and this is where I get confused because I'm like, are eggs dairy? Some people say eggs are not dairy, and some people say eggs are dairy, and I get very confused by that. But in any case, dairy products make your vocal cords like mucousy. It's bad for singing. Don't drink things that have dairy if you're going to be singing. So I can't have milk if I'm going to do a karaoke stream. Do you want me to sound like shit? If I'm going to do a karaoke stream, if I'm gonna talk to you guys, thank you, Seek. Or if I'm going to, what's the word? I'm gonna talk to you guys, if I'm going to sing, if I'm going to, like, record something, I can't have milk. Therefore, but what do I do if I want to have cereal, even though I can't have milk because I'm going to sing later? Water. Sub-goal milk karaoke stream. We need to test it out. Don't make me do this. Milk karaoke? At least it's not pilk. What's going on? I'm educating the people. I'm giving an inspired and fervent and passionate and beautifully made presentation on why it's not that weird to put water in your cereal. We need evidence? You mean Glee fan fiction is not evidence? I feel like those people who were writing Rachel Berry and were like, she's not gonna drink a milkshake ever because she will preserve her vocal cords. I trust them. Lav is trying to convince us we are wrong. Spoilers, we aren't. You guys are wrong, and I am correct. I am always correct. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Make it worse. Pilk karaoke stream. Do you want me to die? Like, I will actually quit. I like your funny words, Bramble Patch Dryad Tuber. Thank you, Monstro. And thank you for your first time chat. I appreciate that. See? Somebody here is enlightened. Lev, it's Eid. Please don't do this. Sorry, I'm gonna fall over. It's Eid. Please don't do. You can't. That is an appeal to authority. Thank you for the follow, Monstro. You can't always pull the doctor card when someone has a different opinion. I can, and I will, and I am. What? You say that I can't. However, I am currently doing it. I am doing it. What am I doing right now? Oh, that's right. I'm pulling the doctor card. I'm correct because I'm a doctor. Okay, but counter argument, what if the tap water in your country isn't safe to drink, then availability is the same and you'll still need to buy it? I would be very surprised if water is more expensive to buy than milk. And it also you still haven't changed the other things. You don't have to remember, you don't have to worry about expiration. It's also naturally lactose free and it won't affect your vocal cords. Also, probably better for the environment, I would argue. Lev, it's okay to be wrong. It's not okay. It's okay for you to be wrong. You, the royal you. It's okay for other people to be wrong. It's not okay for me to be wrong. For legal reasons, obviously this is a joke. It's not okay. I'm not wrong. I can be wrong about other things. See, here's the thing. I'm willing to acknowledge when I get facts wrong, right? I'm willing to acknowledge when I get facts wrong. This is an opinion, and my opinions are all correct. Have Lev say what you want. Okay, fine. Okay. I can't always pull the doctor card. It's a violation of my power and status in society, and I have learned that I can be wrong. Anyways, can you use almond milk as like to counter the lactose-free thing? You could use almond milk because it's also lactose-free. However, it's not better for the other reasons. It's not better for the environment. Do you know how many gallons of water it takes to make one almond? It takes 20 gallons of water to make one almond. See, guys, I preempted this. This is called smart presentation making. You anticipate the questions and objections that people are going to have and you address them, right? Because you can, like, you're so smart, you can like read people's minds and the future. So I knew someone would say this. It takes one bowl of water is one bowl of water. Do you know how much water it will take to to hydrate a cow and then to make a bowl of cow milk? More than one bowl of water, okay? It takes more than one bowl of water to make a bowl of cow milk. And it takes more than a bowl of water to make nut milk. Yes? Right? You know, it takes multiple almonds to make a bowl of almond milk. You need the water that is the almond in the almond milk, and then you need the water that you use to make each almond. If it's like 3 almonds per bowl of almond milk, that's like 60 gallons of water. That's terrible for the environment. Just use water. Are you going to die? Is water poisonous for you unless it has other shit in it? No, environmentalism. There's an argument. Sasuga, psychiatrist. Exactly. What about Coke? Coke also it takes water and energy to run machinery and to do all this. Pepsi cereal, I guess if you want to do that, you can do that. Not the water. Also, I don't understand. Are we saying that water in cereal is worse than Pepsi in cereal? Because that is also an affront to nature. Oh my god. Did you know bottled water more expensive than milk here because bottled water is considered a luxury? Okay, in that case, in your case, you are allowed. Lev, I'm gonna take you to the gym again? No. Why? What does this have to do with the gym? If anything, this shows that I have a lot of thought on health. Okay, I put a lot of thought into maintaining health. Lev, you seem to know a lot about water. How about you try my job of being an astronomer to research the water on exoplanets? That is so cool. That's so cool. I cannot do that. I'm not a physicist or whatever. I'm assuming you're a physicist. I think astronomers are so cool. I love the space. Right? I love space. Space is awesome. I love planets. Also, the way we search for exoplanets is really cool because it's like, oh, the planet goes in front of the star, and we know that a planet goes in front of the star because the brightness and the color, like spectrum of the light we get from the star changes, and from the way that that brightness and color changes, we can get a sense of how big the planet is that's passing in front of the star, and also the composition of its atmosphere. Like, that stuff is so cool. But I like talking to people. So I don't know, is there a lot of talking to people? Do you interface with the public in a regular way? That's amazing. We're just gonna go put cereals in aliens' water. That's true. I'm gonna go to Europa and I'm gonna bring Honey Nut Cheerios with me. You know she's a doctor because that's a sick idea. Is that a joke? Is that a pun? In my stream? Nikita! I am so sorry. I'm sorry that you're raiding into this. I'm sorry you're raiding into this. Okay. I take that back. I'm not sorry that you're raiding into this because the title tells you everything that you need to know. What kind of conversation did I just raid into? The title is right there, girl. Like, the title... Bro, the title was right there. You knew what you were walking into. I have no shame. Thank you, PJ Finn, for the follow. Welcome to hell. I'm giving a well-researched presentation on why having water with your cereal isn't that weird, okay? Dude, I can excuse Cheerios and orange juice, but God forbid you put cereal in water. Cheerios and orange juice is worse than cereal and water. What are you talking about? Thank you, Alexandra, for the follow. Never tried it with water myself, but I know people who do. See, you know normal people. Thank you. Thank you. Orange juice and Cheerios is more cursed. I'm just gonna say that. That's way more cursed. What in the world? How is that worse than water? Orange juice is a totally different kind of sweet. It's a totally different kind of sweet. It's a sour kind of sweet. That doesn't make any sense. Anyways, those are the people who like orange marmalade. I don't understand that either. Orange marmalade is kind of gross, if you ask me. It's very strange. Anyways. Hello, new viewers. Hello, new viewers. My lovelies. Please don't leave. I'm normal. My name is Dr. Lev Velicour. As my day job, I work as a psychiatrist. So I'm a doctor, so I'm always correct. In that same vein, sometimes I have to defend my opinions from my chat because they like to tell me that I'm wrong when I'm not wrong. So I'm currently in the process of defending one of my opinions that is correct to chat. And by the end of this, you all will realize that I'm very smart and that you should listen to me and that you should also have ice water with your cereal. Okay. And then I also sing a lot. I do a lot of karaoke, and I do a lot of covers. I have a cover of, oh wait, where is it? It's here. Cover. I cover a best part is on YouTube right now, and I'm going to put up a cover of Mad Woman soon, and I'm working on a cover of monitoring. It's recorded and it's gonna come out soon. I have art for it and everything. It's gonna be beautiful. I'm so happy. Isn't a psychiatrist more like the mind and not the body food type stuff? Yes, but I did go to medical school. Also, the mind is where truth is relative to our human experience, which means that the human experience overrides all other kinds of truth. It's the most real thing is your mind and your conscious experience of the world. It doesn't get realer than that. Wahoo! Singer gang, yeah! Guys, Nika is also a singer! They have an album out, you should go check it out. Psychiatrists go through medical school. Yes, exactly. I'm gonna have a protein cereal with milk to protest. Oh my god. Water with cereal is immediately jail. It is not immediately jail. You know how I know that? Because I've done it. And guess what? I'm here. I'm here. I have a full-time job. You guys are all here. See, as a psychiatrist, I will say that the fact that you guys are here listening to me means that you subconsciously agree with me, therefore I'm still correct. But yeah, water with cereal is not immediately jail because I've done it. I've done it for over a decade. And guess what? I'm not in jail. I'm not in jail. I've never been to jail. Allegedly. Lev is streaming from jail confirmed. I don't think jail would have as good Wi-Fi as I do. If anything, Lev, this just proves my point that you're a plant, but you're not like an industry plant? An industry plant? When have you said that? Sucho, when in the world have you accused me of being an industry plant? What industry? Who planted me? Oh, okay. Oh! I see this is all a social experiment to exemplify the wide range of divergence in human nature. I mean, yes. Thank you for joining the Lev Velicour social experiment. When it ends, I will wipe my entire presence from the entire planet. You will not remember me, and I will use all this information to teach aliens about cereal or something. I don't know. This is giving the time my BF called me a heretic for liking pineapple on pizza. Pineapple pizza on pizza is fine. It's the same thing. People are too judgmental. I'm judging all of you for being too judgmental. People are too judgmental, okay? There's more important things going on in the world than if I'm having water with cereal in my house, okay? I'm just also saying that you should try water with cereal in your house, but if you don't, I will just be offended, but it's okay. I'll be sad and offended, but that's okay. Wouldn't that make you judgmental as well? Yes, but that's not the point. I'm judging you for water and cereal. People are too judgmental, okay? Water and cereal, it's not that bad. I could be murdering people. I'm not, for the record, but like I could be doing cocaine, you know? Things could be so much worse. Instead, I'm having water with cereal, right? You can have pineapple on your pizza. Who cares? Hot pineapple is not bad. You know, and people who complain about hot pineapple, I'm just like, if your argument against pineapple on pizza is that it's hot pineapple and hot pineapple is bad, then I just am curious why we don't get the same level of vitriol for upside down pineapple cake, which is also hot pineapple. Okay? Cocaine is not illegal, LMAO. Is it not? In this stream, an exploration of taboo. Exactly. Yes. Yes, you understand. Somebody. See, only smart people understand what I'm trying to do. This is an exploration of social constructs. Isn't it interesting? Sorry, I'm about to... Let me just switch into doctor mode. Isn't it so interesting that something as inconsequential as the liquid that you use for your cereal can engender so much discourse and emotion? Why? Look within yourself. Self-reflect. Seek out the part of you that experiences visceral disgust at the idea of water with cereal, and seek to understand why. Why? When it's not actually that gross. Why are you acting as though it's like someone is about to eat poop when it's just water? What about that is so offensive? Explore that feeling. Become aware of it. Explore where it comes from. That's judgment. That's the rose-tinted glasses of societal social construction. Okay? You are being led by the nose by societal expectations. And then when someone breaks those expectations, it causes such discomfort that you lash out. Anyways, it's not the same as eating poop at all. No, but people act like that's what I'm saying. Anyways, I'm aware water with cereal is not good and people saying it tastes fine are lying. I think it tastes fine. I'm not lying. Okay, anyways, we need to get to the next point. I'm only on the second slide. There's like, I don't know how many slides there are. How many slides are there? There's 10 slides, okay? We're only on like slide 3. We need to get through this. I don't have time. I don't have to, why are you guys still, why are you guys making me slow down? Anyways. Okay. My, is this the final point? No. The nutritional facts for your bowl of cereal are now actually accurate. This goes back to my other point. Okay, bet. I'm gonna try it and then judge you because I can't judge without trying it myself because it's not right. It's gonna be a second to grab everything. Yes, cold water though. Use cold water. Don't use lukewarm. You need to use a liquid that has a definite opinion about its temperature. So cold is what most people do. I would argue that hot milk, hot liquid with cereal is actually not that bad, but I've seen people do disagree with me on that. But you need to use a liquid with an extreme temperature opinion. Okay, it's cold or hot. I would recommend cold. Thank you. I do get the feeling though you're probably going to come back and say that you don't like it, but that's okay. You all are being misled by each other and that's fine. Orange flavored cereal? Where in the world are you getting orange flavored cereal? That's so interesting. Lev, did you know there's such a thing as D20, aka heavy water? Yes. I do know heavy water is what they, how do I put this? Heavy water has more neutrons, yes, than water. And because of that, it was considered a very important part of the development of the atomic bomb, right? Like there, during the World War II, countries were stockpiling heavy water or trying to prevent the sale and trade of heavy water because it was necessary they thought it was necessary for developing the atomic bomb. However, I think in America, they ended up using graphite instead as an alternative, which is why some of the development of the atomic bomb at with the Manhattan Project was like unanticipated, right? Because people thought that they didn't have the resources because they didn't have heavy water. So yeah, I do know about heavy water. Egg priority. Oh, I love you already because I love eggs. Considering milk is composed almost 90% of water. Yeah, I guess we can just bring it up to 100% of water. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Can I gift you a sub? Thank you for agreeing with me. You're both an egg, which I love because I am also an egg. Thank you. And you agree with me. Okay? Beautiful. Okay, but what if I'm eating cereal in the shower? Well, exactly. There's gonna be water in it. Okay, anyways. Have you ever looked at the nutritional facts for cereal? They are insane, okay? It's like 2 ounces of cereal. No, you may not. I don't want to owe you money. Okay, fine. Also, you wouldn't owe me money. That's not how a gift works. But in any case, you do you. I respect that. The nutritional facts for your bowl of cereal are now actually accurate, and you have to do less math because the nutritional facts are obviously for the cereal itself, right? Cereal with milk is like an extra thing that you can't account for because like the amount of milk that you put into your bowl of cereal is relative to the amount of cereal in your bowl. I don't know anyone who's using a measuring cup for their milk. Doesn't make any sense. Also, most people don't use skim milk, which is what they put on the nutritional facts. They're like, oh, rough bowl of cereal is like this many calories, and a bowl of cereal with skim milk of some indeterminate quantity is this many calories. Who fucking knows? I don't want to do math, okay? You know what doesn't require me to do math? Water. Thank you for the follow. Egg priority. Let me know how you want to be called. Also, okay, it's not too bad. It just tastes like cereal. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. It's not, I could live eating this if I had to, but milk just tastes better, but that could also just be because I'm used to that, so I think this is all right. That's all I'm saying. Milk is probably better, but water is not terrible. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get to this. You guys might actually be convinced. You might be convinced. Okay, also, I just think it's funny. This is like a cool and nonconformist talking point at any party, okay? You see the discussion? You see the discussion that I have initiated through this very simple thing. It also doesn't mean that I need to start talking about controversial things like my personal life or my opinions about things. Like, you say this and you can start getting into a very heated conversation with somebody, and you can get to know them and get to understand them and how do they talk and what opinions do they have and how do they argue with people without having to like actually have an argument with them about something that actually matters, okay? Cons of water. There's no cons, really. It's maybe weird. It's maybe weird. Okay. Oh, I have disembodied hands. Hold on. There we go. Maybe it's weird. People will think it's weird. I don't care. All I'm seeing is a waste of an hour. Well, no one is forcing you to be here. I'm like 75% convinced. Yes. See, it's happening. Water's 4.5 billion years old, and without filter, we would be drinking bacteria all the way back to the dinosaurs. This is true. Nice hip hands. Don't even start. Okay, that's another asset. It's not my fault. Okay. Cons of water. I guess people think it's weird if you care what other people think of you, which I would argue that you shouldn't care. I'm gonna finish my cereal real quick. I don't want to waste it because it's not too bad. See? We have a convert. Woo! Yeah! Are you a Northern Lion type A chatter? You sound like a Northern Lion type A chatter, aka a very interesting person. Are you talking to me? See, I know who Northern Lion is. What is a Northern Lion what is a Northern Lion type A chatter? Thank you for saying, if you are talking to me, I appreciate that you're calling me a very interesting person, because I like to think I'm an interesting person. I have not thought that I was I have not always thought that I was an interesting person. So some of this is about, you know, like healing my inner social anxiety trauma and my inner child or some shit. So like really this is all you guys doing me a favor, you know, and I repay you with entertainment or something. In any case, my third point, which I want to get to, why should we not use water? Well, because they don't put water on the cereal, on the cereal bowl in the box, in the advertisements, and on the box of cereal. It's always milk, you know? And if the ads say that cereal's only with milk and the box says cereal's only with milk, we have to do that because I am a sheep and I have to follow directions and I can't conceive of a world outside of the world that is presented to me by authority. Do you see what I'm getting at? Anyways. Also, there's only one real one, I think. Okay. It's not as yummy to drink once you finish your cereal. This is fair. This is a fair criticism. This is the only criticism I will take. My counterpoint is that you probably shouldn't have that much left to drink if you're optimizing your cereal to liquid ratios, okay? If your cereal to hydration ratio is correct, there shouldn't be that much left to drink, okay? If your goal of having cereal is to have a lot of cereal milk to drink, then your goal in your ideal cereal consumption scenario is a separate goal from my goal, and we're not talking about the same thing, okay? That's dangerous, Lev. Now they're gonna start questioning the entire medical and scientific establishment. Bro, people do that already. People do that already. Why are you guys questioning things like that have evidence behind them and have people who actually went to school and actually did research and all this stuff, you know? Why are you questioning them and not questioning like, you know what you need to eat this thing? You need to spend money on another thing. Guess what? It's not enough to buy this one thing. You need to buy this other thing. And you need to buy a lot of it. No. That's what we should be conspiratorializing against. TLDR, get good. Okay, I didn't realize I said that. Isn't milk better though? Like, I feel like it has more pros than water has cons, you might be asking. Someone did ask this. Yes, kinda. Milk is tasty because it's kinda fatty and it has proteins, like proteins and fat and other stuff. Like, it does taste better. I'm not saying that milk is worse than water, right? But also, isn't that big of a difference? Here is my argument. Here's the crux of my argument. Please refer to Exhibit A. Other things where milk is better, but water is an acceptable option and we don't lose our minds if people make it with water. Hot chocolate, Kraft mac and cheese, oatmeal, tea, also coffee. Better. To a lot of people, if you make it with milk, people argue about coffee. But you know, like, often better with milk. But if you have it with water, that's fine. Milk does not belong in tea. That's a whole separate point. But you can put milk in tea if you want. I don't put milk in my tea because I am East Asian. And that's just strange to me. Milk in tea is a whole other thing. That's milk tea, and that's not even tea. That's just a liquid milkshake. Oh, you're gonna hate milk tea boba? That's just a liquid dessert. It's a separate thing from having tea. You know, the experience of having tea is like, I'm gonna drink something nice and hot that's good for me and has, like, you know, flavonoids and is very, like, calming. Milk tea, bubble tea is not like tea. That's not what I mean when we talk about tea. That's a separate thing. That's liquid dessert. Also good. Love bubble tea. The best one is taro, and I only like 2 kinds of bubble tea. I think. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll change my opinion at some point. I'll probably say something totally different in like a week, and you guys will be like, Lev, that's not what you said last week. And I'll be like, all right, well, deal with it. But I only like 2 types of bubble tea. I need taro or jasmine, okay? Taro or jasmine, and it has to have normal black tapioca. Any other kind of tapioca is blasphemous. I don't want pudding in my bubble tea. I don't want jello in my bubble tea. I don't want jelly in my bubble tea. I don't want popping things in my bubble tea. Okay? The vibe of tea is sitting out watching the blossoms fall and reciting forward poetry. Exactly! Exactly. It's that poem. It's you have a little right? This is the vibe of tea. Harp sounds in the background. Flowers floating over the wind. You have a little sip of water. Or sorry, you have a little sip of tea. 床前明月光，疑是地上霜。举头望明月，低头思故乡。Like, that's the vibe, okay? Bubble tea is like I'm at the mall getting Auntie Anne's. Yes? Lev, I find you a very smart person. Thank you. Yay! Thank you. See, I told you guys, I'm smart. I have multiple degrees. Cereal with water hesitancy is definitely a major healthcare challenge. Thank you, Cerberine Online. Can I get Chinese Imperial drama voice for the next hour? I don't know how to do that in English. Like, I don't actually even know what you would like. Huangti. You know, I sort of just like vaguely dissociate when I watch Chinese Imperial dramas. Like, I just sort of go like, oh, that's what they were saying. Like, I don't actually remember the vocabulary. I couldn't do that. It's like, anyways, this is my argument, right? Craft dinner, hot cocoa, like powdered hot cocoa. Oatmeal, like instant oatmeal. You can make instant oatmeal with milk. You can also make instant oatmeal with water. You can make craft dinner with milk. You can also make craft dinner with water. You can make instant hot cocoa with milk. You can also make it with water. The milk version is probably better, but the water version is not like, oh my god, I'm going to burn your children, right? Right? So I don't understand all this fucking consternation about Fruit Loops touching water. What's gonna happen? Also, I love cereal, and sometimes I forget to buy milk or it's expired, but I still have cereal because cereals have more effective preservatives because they're a dry good and not a wet good, and wet goods expire more easily, right? So, like, what do you do if you have cereal at home and you don't want to eat it dry because that's blasphemous, in my opinion? It's not made to be eaten dry. It's not made to be eaten dry. It's like eating, like, just putting hot cocoa powder in your mouth. It's not made to be eaten that way, right? So you have no milk or it's expired, and like maybe it's like 11 p.m. and you live in a place where there's no 24-hour CVS or Bartell Drugs or Walgreens or what else is there? Dwayne Reed or Watson's or whatever, right? There isn't. You don't have milk, but then you still have cereal. So what are you gonna do? Cereal with water. That's the only solution. Imagine not having milk powder. Well, most people don't, okay? Do I have milk powder? That's not a question I'm willing to answer at this juncture. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna tell you why, but whether or not I have milk powder is something that I cannot tell you for reasons that will remain undisclosed. Okay, anyways, I'm not gonna deprive myself of cereal because I don't have milk or milk powder. Milk powder is a thing. Indeed it is, my love. Yes, milk powder is a thing. It is not that common depending on where you are. Milk powder is a thing. It's kind of like baby formula. Okay, follow-up question. Why? Okay, why is this a thing? And when I say why is this a thing, I mean, why do people care so much when I tell them that I have cereal with water? My only conclusion, big dairy. It's a conspiracy. This is a conspiracy. Okay? This is part of a larger conspiracy where we are being brainwashed into only having milk with sweet products. Okay? We need to resist. Please refer to the 90s Got Milk campaign. I don't know if you guys have memory hold this or if you're too young to remember, but do you remember like the Got Milk ad campaigns, right? I'm specifically, I can't even have protein with water. Wait, what? I need milk. What? You eat milk with chicken breast or something? That's tax auditor. Thank you for the first time chat. That's weird. Tea with sweets is good too. That's what I would say, right? Coffee and donut makes more sense to me than a milk and donut. But if you are listening to Big Dairy wants you to use milk as your only form of throat lubrication when you're eating dessert, okay? I'm going to describe the Got Milk campaign. Okay? I don't know about conspiracy, but there was definitely a whole 90s campaign in the United States around milk. Yes, there was, because Big Dairy. Do you know that the dairy industry in America is subsidized by the American government? Also, dairy, I have this flashbulb memory of people at my grocery store pouring milk down the drain, okay? Because it had gone bad. Because people don't actually buy that much milk. So we need to make people buy more milk. We need to add milk to the food pyramid for some reason. Okay? No. Do you remember the Got Milk ad campaign? I'm not American, I don't know what y'all on about. Okay, well, as a filthy American, I'm sorry. I have to center American stuff for a second because this is my lived experience. I'm really sorry. But I have to address the people that I come into contact with every day who make fun of me for this. And those people are also American, so I need to address them in an American-centered way, okay? I apologize to the blessed non-Americans in chat right now. I wish I could relate. You seem much more interesting. Unfortunately, I am a filthy American person. In any case, the Got Milk ad campaign, let me paint you a picture with words, okay? There is a very famous ad. There's a very famous ad where there's this guy who was eating cookies. He's eating a sleeve of cookies. They kind of look like Girl Scout cookies. It doesn't really matter. He's eating something with cookies that's very crumbly and dry, right? And he's listening to the radio because back in the day, you people listen to the radio at home. And the radio show is on 97.5 KSFM. Today, we have a prize for the first person who can call in and tell us what the capital of blah, blah, blah is. Right? That's the radio show is doing that. And the guy in the ad is mouth full of cookies is I know what that is. I'm going to call. But because he has a mouth full of cookies and he can't swallow it because he doesn't have any liquid around, he fumbles the prize because he can't speak into the phone receiver because his mouth is full of cookies. And then the ad goes, "Got milk?" If he had milk, he would have been able to wash down his cookies and answer the question. And my question is, it doesn't have to be milk. It doesn't have to be milk. It could be water. It could be orange juice. It could be sparkling. It could be anything. It could be so many different things. Why is it milk? Because it's part of the conspiracy. Yes? They're trying to plant into your brain that milk was the only option there for that guy. And he needed milk specifically because he was eating cookies, right? Oreos and milk, cookies and milk, cereal and milk, hot cocoa and milk, plenty of other sweet things with milk, dessert with milk, you know? Do you ever have that feeling where you eat something really sweet and you're like, wow, I really want to have milk? That's programming. That's psychiatric programming. People, they were trying to be ooh. I low-key got distracted by chat. Stop paying attention to the PowerPoint. That's okay. That's what VODs are for. I don't know about conspiracy, but there's definitely heavy marketing. In my world, heavy marketing is the same thing as conspiracy. feel like they're relatively comparable. Really, really, really heavy marketing is like conspiratorial, right? Like, think about like De Beers Diamonds, right? That ad campaign. It was marketing that invented the idea that body hair is unhygienic. That's not been a thing forever. Marketing also invented, like, I don't know, a lot of our conceptions of like dating, of like what it means to be a good husband or wife, or what it means to be nice to someone, or what gifts we should give people. Oh, our holidays, how do we celebrate holidays? That's all marketing. What, you want soda with your cookie? What about orange juice? Milk is just smoother. I'm not saying milk is not is a worse option. I'm just saying why it could be anything. That guy could have had anything to wash down his fucking cookies. I hope all your tea has milk and no sugar. You guys need to stop arguing. Stop. Pay attention to me. Hello? Hello? 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Please. Hello? Class? Class, I don't know about you guys, but I only see myself standing at the front here. I don't know about you guys, I only see my name on the channel. Hello? Right, yes ma'am. We need to quiet coyote class. You know, let's do the quiet coyote. No talking. Boo. Anyway, boo. Okay. It does not have to be this way. Water is a more than acceptable substitute for milk. Got milk more like got water. Also, it is your ethical obligation to eat cereal with water. I will not explain. It's morally correct, okay? Having... Yes, teacher, sensei, 老师, professor, exactly. Thank you. Thank you for affording me the respect that I deserve. You also didn't answer my question about type A Northern Lion chatter, so I will look that up if you don't answer it, but I'm very curious about what you meant by that, because I really like Northern Lion, but I've only really watched him through clips, so I don't actually know what his chat is like. In any case, my Wi-Fi is giving up on me. Well, your Wi-Fi, tell your Wi-Fi to go to hell. Your Wi-Fi... I think Googling it will reveal even more funny rabbit holes to you. Okay, I will do that, and then I will report back with my findings. Alexandra? Sorry, I have a speech prepared for this. Maybe I should make this a voice redeem, because I can scold your internet. And thus far, it has a pretty significant success rate. Alexandra's internet. Hello? Hello? You. The internet that's failing right now. Alexandra's internet, the internet that's giving up right now. What are you doing? What are you doing? Your entire purpose, the reason for your existence on this planet is to connect people and to shuttle information. The information highway, the information network, online shit, okay? That's the entire reason that you exist. What the fuck are you doing? Get your shit together. Get it right. Work. Right? Because if you cannot do the thing that is your only function, why do you even exist? Do you not have any shame? Do you know how much money people pay every single month for internet access? You need to do your job. Okay? All right, there we go. Let me know if your internet improves. It was making me cackle. Look, what even, like, if you cannot fulfill your only function and your only purpose for being on this earth, like, internet? Sorry, I have another rant. I have another rant. The internet and fiber optic cables, right? You have only one purpose in this world. You have such a clarity of purpose. You don't have to deal with the existential crises that we humans have to deal with. The suffering of why was I made? Why am I here? What is my purpose? What counts as living a good or successful life? Those things are very human questions. Some people would argue they're the point of life. I would tend to agree. However, isn't it so much easier being a fiber optic cable and the internet and being like, I only have one purpose in life? It's very simple. It's to connect people. It's to be the information highway. It's to be the internet. It's to connect information and servers. You have one purpose. It's so clear. It's so easy. It must be so blissful, right? And yet you don't take advantage of that. You don't take advantage of that simplicity, that ease, the comfort that humans, many humans have and will kill for. You don't, your life is so, you don't even understand how complicated your life could get. Mr. Internet Company Fiber Optic Cables internet situation. You have such privilege not having to worry about the meaning of your life. And you don't devote every single ounce of your energy and all of your time to doing that to the best of your capability. I cannot believe it. Like I'm saying, people have killed to find meaning in their lives. Meaning in your life has just been bestowed upon you and you spit upon it like it's a worthless gift. What is this? I am ashamed. You should be ashamed. Okay? Anyways. I'm jealous. I'm like, you don't have to deal with these existential crises. This is the one thing that what even is the point of you if you can't just do, anyways. Lev, you're funny. I'll be back in future streams. Great. That's the goal. The most existential question of all, why is pizza unhealthy? That's a good question. Because it has fat in it and oils and carbs and it's a lot of that. But pizza's good. So anyways, continuing. Why is it morally correct to have water with your cereal? Having cereal with milk is assimilating. It's following trends. It's being a sheeple. It's taking things at face value. It's not thinking critically, okay? It's a norm and norms are meant to be broken. If someone is spending money showing you things a certain way, it's because they make money from you doing things that way. Guys, stop yelling threats at each other. My auto mod is not happy and I'm not going to let you guys threaten each other even as a joke. No death threats, even as a joke. Thank you. If so, right? And that's like making money from you and you're not even working for them, right? If it's like if you they're spending money showing you that milk is the best option for these things because they want you to buy milk. They're trying to entice you. They're trying to intrigue you with dairy. Don't let them do that. This is just, oh, I have a same thing about cheese. I love cheese. Cheese is great. Cheese is so good and it can stand on its own 2 feet and its own merits, right? So I don't understand why we need this whole media empire trying to tell us that like, oh, you must intrigue women with cheese. Like, ugh. Anyways, oh, how I hate mobile. I can't see automod, but I know it's pointed at me. Yes, it was pointed at you, my dear. Okay? Therefore, it is objectively hilarious to do the opposite of what people are paying money to make you do, right? Oh god, I have a serious part in here. Why did I put in a serious thing? This is meant to be a joke presentation. Oh, okay. Okay, but being serious. Sorry, for those of you who have come in and this is like your first impression of me, I'm not like this all the time. I have 2 caveats. 1, I'm not like this in my day-to-day life, okay? I promise. When I am at work, I am a consummate professional. I'm like so professional. It's like Clark Kent and Superman levels of difference. Nobody knows the level of chaos I'm capable of at work, and nobody here understands how like professional and cool I am when I'm at work, okay? It's like 2 different people, except I don't have dissociative identity disorder. Okay? She lies. She is like this during streams. I'm not really like this. I feel like this is more high energy than I usually am. I can get serious on stream. Yeah, she is. It's the usual levtism. I can't believe that you both made me are calling me a liar and you're calling me autistic at the same time. She does know we have eyes and ears, right? What? Wait, no, I'm being serious. I'm being serious. Guys, I wasn't like this yesterday. Oh, maybe yesterday I was. But like, I feel like when I have a lot of these streams, like tomorrow, for example, I'm going to answer like questions, and some of them are probably going to be like psych and medical questions, and I'm going to answer those questions seriously. Okay? I'm going to be serious. It's not going to, like, this high energy, like, rage baity shit is not how I am all the time. Slightly leftistic. Okay, well. The doctor in you scares me, 2BH. That's okay. Let her scare you. As long as you agree with me, it's fine. Don't worry, none of my coworkers know I watch questionably dressed anime women on the internet either. Am I questionably dressed? I will have you know that this chest size was the smallest one that the artist offered. So in terms of the Gaussian normal distribution of chest sizes on female VTubers, I am definitely not on the margins, okay? I'm just going to say that. That's all I'm going to say. If like I can... There we go. I'm covered up. Is that better? Just eat 1 apple a day? Oh my god. You are like on the bigger side of them. Smallest? Yes! The Overton window keeps shifting breastward and it must be stopped. I mean, I'm not even arguing. She isn't kidding, but also all of her other models are flat. That's true. I mean, I think this is like this is the thing. There's a bimodal distribution because there's a bimodal distribution of aesthetics for VTubers because there's one peak around like a sort of young, youthful aesthetic, and then there's another peak around like an older, more mature aesthetic. And obviously the older, more mature aesthetic is going to tend to have larger chests, you know? And so I think for like a more mature type, because I wanted to have a model that looked like an adult because I'm old. Okay, I'm old. I'm not 12. I don't want to look 12. Okay? It comes with associated expectations. And I was like, at some point, I'm like too tired to argue with people. So I'm like, all right, fine. Anyways, we are getting distracted from the main point. Okay, being serious, I'd argue, like, put all the joking aside, right? I think it is our ethical obligation as humans to learn to understand ourselves, right? It's important to understand ourselves and to develop a sense of curiosity about why am I doing the things that I'm doing, right? Because we don't actually have a great, we don't just pop out of the womb with a great, like conscious understanding of our own mind and our own inner workings, right? If you ever are in a situation, and it's going to happen because you're human, if you're ever in a situation where you're like, I just did something, I made a choice, I said something, I behaved in some way that I don't fully understand why I did that. Like I can't really articulate where that came from. That is worth exploring, right? And in my mind, this is a simple one. Like, so why does it make people so viscerally, emotionally, like from their gut? Like I've told people that I have water with cereal and then they go, oh my god. Like it sounds like it's like pulled from them like they have an involuntary response. You know? Why is that? Why do you have an involuntary emotional response to someone else having water with their cereal? I think that's worth exploring. My go-to answer for why I do things is because I'm not that smart. Okay, well, that's true. I never said I was smart. Actually, I probably did say I was smart at some point, but you know what? No one can prove that, so. You know how I know no one can prove that? Because the only way that you could prove that I said something now that contradicted something that I said before is if you take those two clips and put them together, but no one does that. I'm the only person who's editing my VODs, which means that I can just choose to not expose myself in that way, and therefore my secret will live forever. This is the perks of being a small VTuber. I can just lie to you, and you will never know, because I'm not going to show my lies. You did say you were smart. You can't prove that. Okay. Anyways. It fills me with rage that I've been conforming to the societal expectations of milk, and you have shined a light on my sheeple brain. You're welcome. I now feel insecure, and I wish to grind you into a mound of matcha to save ego. That's really insightful. Egg, I'm so proud of you. That's very self-aware. This is so true. This is so true. When we have our assumptions about the world and ourselves challenged, our first reaction is a protective, defensive, I'm going to fucking punch you, right? It's so good that you're able to articulate that. Thank you for not actually trying to grind me into dust. I know you physically can't because I am a not real being inside of your computer screen right now, but I appreciate that you're not expressing a desire to do that to me, right? Because just because we feel angry doesn't mean we need to have angry behavior. You can express it in other ways. You must express your emotions or else they will express themselves without your control. Anyways, I can do that. Wanna bet? I mean, what do you want to bet? I don't have anything to bet. I'm poor. First thing that came to mind seeing your antlers was a joke. Oh dear. That's you know what? I'll take it. That's fine. I do think it's worth exploring, but I question whether you're helping anyone do that by using this as an example and presenting things in this way. You know, you might have a point. Well, okay. So not explaining a joke doesn't makes it less funny, but like the purpose of this presentation within the context of it being a comedic entertainment thing is to convince you that water and cereal is fine. But like, obviously the actual purpose of this entire stream is, or maybe not obviously, the purpose of the stream generally is to be entertaining. And so if people are entertained, then I've achieved my purpose, even if I don't actually agree with you. And even if that's not my actual stated purpose within the PowerPoint, there's like the stated purpose within the kayfabe of the PowerPoint. And then there's the intended purpose as like a, streamer person, you know what I mean? Also, I did convince someone. See? Because I'm awesome. Thank you, twin. You guys are cute. Yeah, I do have a Discord. Please join. It's beautiful. Subs get extra stuff. I post things there. There's alerts. Post my schedule there. I'm not great about sticking to my schedule in that I'm usually like 10 minutes late, but I'm trying to be better about that. Especially since I am now getting medically treated for ADHD. Which, did you know I have ADHD? Did you guys know that I have ADHD? I was diagnosed last year. It's crazy how I never noticed that I have ADHD. Sub gets to the cool kids table. This is true. I didn't, but I just got here, so sounds right. Yeah, I knew. Okay, well, anyways. It just makes me laugh because I always find it very funny. I always find it very funny when I am like, guys, guess what? I insert thing and everyone around me is like, yeah, obviously. You did tell us. Yes, no, sorry. I meant I did tell you guys generally. I didn't say it in this stream, so it would make sense that Alexandra wouldn't know because they're new. Yes. Okay, since I've convinced you, protein cereal, you kind of probably need milk with it because protein cereal is kind of gross. I don't think you should be eating protein cereal personally because I think it's weird. Okay, other exceptions, I personally think you should put milk in coffee. I prefer milk with coffee. Milkshakes also should be made with milk. Water is not as good as milk when it comes to dealing with spicy foods for reasons. I don't actually remember what the reasons are. Okay? See? My references are myself. I have 3 references. Me, myself, and I. I am a doctor, and being a psychiatrist is a relevant experience here. Great. I'm not taking any further questions at this time. Thank you for listening to my presentation and for agreeing with me. Yay! Okay, Lev, I think my liver is telling you to sleep. It's like 3 a.m. I'm telling you to sleep. That's me. Go to sleep. I joined the Discord. Are you proud? I am proud. I am proud. I'm very proud. Thank you for joining the Discord. Oh, we have new people. I have to do the introduction. Wait, what introduction? There's an introduction? I hope you eat spicy food and only have a singular drop of milk cream or anything left over and suffer. You guys need to stop. Good night. Okay, night-night. Thank you for the applause. I live for the applause, applause, applause. I live for the applause, applause, live for the applause, applause, live for the when don't you bow, 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 bow. Okay. I love being creative with insults. It's so fun. That's true. It is definitely a source of amusement for a lot of us. Welcome to our, oh my god. This is your intro? Welcome to our slightly autistic Frank Sinatra, anime girl cat, capybara, yaoi, hockey enjoyer, creator, doctor, and amazing singer channel. Vanny, I don't know if this is... I guess that's accurate. I mean, you guys tell me. Is that accurate? Okay. I forgot apple. That's fine. Ooh. Okay. I can sing a song. Briefly. If we want to. What should I sing? So long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, good night. Pretty much accurate. I mean, there's too many things. This is the problem. When you look at like things online, sorry, I put up the microphone because I was going to sing something and then I left it up, and now I'm looking at myself and I look like a stand-up comedian. Like I look like I'm trying to do stand-up comedy, which I think is hilarious. Sorry, I'm a stand-up comedian. Have you ever insert observation ... You know, guys, isn't that funny ? Hello, where are you from? I'm gonna do crowd work. I would be a terrible stand-up comedian. I would be terrible at it. I would be horrible at it. Thank God I don't do that. Thank God I do something completely different, like streaming on the internet. I mean, you are pretty funny. I feel like I can be funny when it's just me yelling into the void, you know? It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. People who think I'm funny will stay. There's probably lots of people who don't think I'm funny and are like, what the fuck is wrong with that girl? See? I'm being booed right now. You seem smart enough to know how do I quickly get rid of bruises. I don't know that there is a good way to quickly get rid of bruises. It just, the process heals on its own. If you're talking about like visually, how do you get rid of bruises? That's like cover it up with makeup. Use like color corrector and concealer. Hello, Lev. Hi to blah. What if I don't have makeup? Like any at all? Oh, then you might have to just cover it with the sleeve. Or like clothes. or get makeup. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's other ways to really cover a bruise. And also if it's not healing, like I would go to the doctor, because like an unhealing bruise or bruises that are like continuing to get bigger and bigger or something, because a bruise is like internal. It's kind of like a version of like internal bleeding, kind of. It's like blood is getting out of your blood vessels into places it's not supposed to go. So if you have trouble clotting, it can have issues. So if you're having bruises that aren't getting worse, that are getting worse and not getting better, that's always a concern. It's on my legs and I want to wear a skirt, so like that doesn't really fit together. You know what? Just go with it. I personally think that when the outfits where like it's kind of like alt and you're wearing a skirt and you have bruises and stuff, I think it's kind of cute. I also don't think anyone would really notice. That's my opinion though. You could wear tights, I suppose, but you said it's really hot, so. Eleanor Way, what's your favorite outfit to go swimming at the beach? I don't go swimming at the beach. I don't go swimming at the beach. Thank you for your first time chat. You are on probation in my mind for having come in and asking a kind of suspicious question as your first question. So, girl is the same size as my hand. I think people will notice. Then, wrap a bandage around it. Oh, get one of those like biking compression things, like, or like a knee brace type compression things, and then put it around it so that it's like an aesthetic thing. Maybe. I don't know. Those are the solutions I have. There, get a giant tattoo. Yes, get a giant tattoo in the next of Lev Velicor. Oh my god, it's on my thigh, not my knee. No, but you can get one of those like wraps and then pull it up onto your thigh. You know, like a sporty thigh thing. Thigh thing. That's not a holster. Tattoos seem painful. I've heard that they are. I don't have tattoos myself. Mrs. Machello, Professor Doctor, you kind of make me think of Luna, like you could be Luna's big sis with how you have showcased your big brain so far. Who's Luna? Luna? Who is Luna? Is my first question. Who is Luna? My second question is, have I showcased my big brain? Northern Lion's daughter? Oh my gosh. Wait, are you saying I could be Northern Lion's daughter? I seem like his daughter? That's a big compliment. I'll take that. I like that man. I enjoy that man's commentary. I think he's neat. So I'm very, very flattered that you think I could be a big sister to his daughter. That's very flattering. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. You got the neurodivergent normcore aura, an aura where you get constant +2s. Oh my gosh, I get a permanent +2 to my charisma rolls or whatever. Lev Velicour. When I still don't know who that is. It's me, bitch. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant that as a joke. Obviously, I'm not calling anyone a bitch. Oh shit, I need to update my emotes. You know, I appreciate neurodivergent normcore. I'm really glad that I have neurodivergent normcore vibes, because I feel like that is my self-proclaimed vibe also. Y'all really are twins with that logic. Saw you in a video, and your design is really cool. Thank you. Das Syndicate? The Syndicate? Like the Syndicate? Let me know how you want to be called also. I can call you Cat. But thank you. Oh, I am a wild card. Thank you so much for following. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Which video did you see me in? I'm curious. I'm asking for the purposes of audience retention, something like that. Like, oh my god, I'm being sprayed with water. Like, I I don't really know what to say other than like it's like an audience survey situation. Yeah. Okay. It is now nighttime, which means it's time for me to go. Thank you guys for coming. Hi there, a really important request. Can you listen to Charlie's Inferno by That Handsome Devil? If you can't, that's fine. I am leaving stream. I can listen to it off stream. I will listen to it off stream. Yes, and also if anyone else wants to, Sayonani stream where he did the Sayonani board quiz. Oh yes, man, that was so much fun. I love Sayonani. He's great. I also like just really respect him as someone who's like, oops. Okay, if you go into the Discord, you can there's a channel for like song requests and stuff. I mostly use it as a channel for like song recommendations. Sayonani is another doctor VTuber. He's like honestly like the OG when it comes to this, in my opinion. He's an internal medicine attending right now, and he's been streaming for a very long time. So he's cool. We did a collab together like a little while ago. You should go follow him. Time to raid. Who am I following that is streaming right now? Bro, why are none of my friends streaming right now? Let's see. Oh, you know what? This is perfect. I love the stream. 10 out of 10. You're very funny and smart, and I will be back. Thank you. I take that as a compliment. Let's go. You know what? Who we're gonna raid? We're gonna raid Lullabay because she's streaming Rage Bait Me. And that seems relevant. Can you rage bait her by saying that I did an entire stream with a presentation on an entire presentation on like milk and water and cereal being relatively equivalent? Paid chatter? Wait, who's a paid chatter? Are you a paid chatter? Cereal with banana is also normal. Eh? How would you... With banana milk? With a physical banana? Like a whole ass banana? Round bananas. Have you ever wanted to eat a banana without being afraid you look gay? Round bananas. Your presentation lacks aesthetic though? You mean my PowerPoint presentation? That was intentional. Or rather, I was just working on it very quickly, and so I just left it like that because I think it's funny. Oh my gosh, I cannot let you think that that's the peak of my presentation skills. I am great at PowerPoint. I'm so good at PowerPoint. I do whole ass animations in PowerPoint, okay? But that's in Google Sheets and not Google Sheets, Google Slides, and Google Slides has some limitations in terms of their animations, in my opinion. So I will do another PowerPoint stream at some point because I'm boring like that. In any case, bye. I will see you guys tomorrow. I will be answering questions tomorrow. Bye.